Welcome everybody to another Destiny 2 build video. Today I have something super special because if you've ever played Destiny 2 during the Solar 3.0 era, you know that this build was absolutely insane. The Young Ahmakar Spine with Trip Mines. Now, this was one of my favorite builds when Solar 3.0 first came out, and I'm glad to say that it's actually back, especially with the bonuses that you can get with the new stats going up to 200. So with this, as you can see right now, I only have 106. 106 gives me 190% grenade energy. With this, it also increases 3.3% in PvE, and it keeps going higher. So if you can get this stat maxed all the way out, as well as your melee stat maxed all the way out, you are going to be doing insane amounts of trip mine, ignitions, scorching, all of the good stuff. First up, you're going to want the Young Ahmakar Spine. Increases trip mine grenade duration and blast radius. Ability damage grants trip mine grenade energy. So using things like your throwing knives are going to give more grenade energy. As well as, because we have 2 grenade kickstarts, you're going to get more, as well as if you have armor charges to be consumed, you can get more grenade energy when you fully expend it. Now I'm pairing this with my Apex Predator because I have Reconstruction and Bait and Switch, which is super nice. The Reconstruction allows me to get 2 rockets in the chamber instead of just having 1, and it auto reloads, so whenever I'm doing damage with other weapons, it immediately is reloading. Bait and Switch is obviously really good, has been really good for damage for a while, because dealing damage with all equipped weapons within a short period of time gives bonus damage to this weapon for an improved duration. I'm also throwing on Wither Horde right now because, you know, you're just going to be able to get some easy procs and whatnot with the projectile. So projectiles fired by this weapon blight the target or nearby areas on impact, so you can either do the pool or you could just shoot the target directly, which I'm going to be showing you the whole loop here in a second. Next up in the super, we have Blade Barrage. We're going to be using Gambler's Dodge to get that melee. Knife Trick. Obviously, you're going to need Trip Mine, and you're going to want to knock them down, and you're going to want to not. And then for your aspects, you're going to want Knock them down and On Your Mark. Knock them down. Your solar supers are enhanced. Deadshot Golden Gun has more damage resistance. We're focusing mostly on the Blade Barrage because it launches more projectiles, so you're going to do more damage. And then while you're Radiant, Final Blows with your throwing knife fully refund your melee energy, so that's good for the ad clearing aspect. And then you have your on your mark, activating your class ability or getting precision final blows grant you and your allies that are nearby increased handling for your weapons. Reload speed for a short duration stacks up to 3 times. So you can get 3 times on your mark. Precision final blows while at 3 stacks make you radiant for a short time, which is going to be really helpful. Fragments, super simple. You got Ember of Ashes. You apply more scorch stacks to your targets. Ember of Torches, your melee attacks against combatants make you and your nearby allies radiant. You have Ember of Singeing. Class ability recharges faster when you scorch targets, and we're going to be constantly trying to apply Scorch. Solar Grenade blows, final blows cure you, so if you're throwing your trip mine into a crowd of enemies, you're going to be able to get some health back really quickly. Your Solar Ignition spread Scorch to affected targets, which is also really good because we're going to be constantly igniting, so any enemies within that area are going to be getting scorched, which again is going to go back into applying more Scorch stacks, and then your class abilities recharging much faster when you do scorch your targets. So you can kind of pair this with any energy weapon. It doesn't really matter what your loadout is. I'm just kind of doing this for like optimum damage. I will have you note though, it is currently bugged. So like if I shoot him, you see 33 and 220 something. That is not the same number output. Let's do that again. Yeah, 331, 220 or 242. That is not the equivalent. So, I mean, that damage down there is equivalent, but the DPS up top is not the same. So, we're going to pull out Carl, and we're going to do some damage testing really quick. I'm going to show you guys how nice this whole damage loop really is. So, we're going to bring out Carl here. So, my damage loop that I have is you shoot your Wither Horde, shoot rocket, rocket, throwing knife, boom. and you can just kind of keep rinsing and repeating this whole cycle. Obviously, you know, the more you have... Oop, totally missed that one. The more you have in your grenade and melee stack are going to be really good, because you're going to be able to regenerate those much faster, as well as if you want your class ability, you can increase that one as well. Try to get those 3 stats as high as you really can. That'll be probably the most beneficial for this build. Let's run that again. So, like I said, you just hit it with the Wither Horde, rocket, grenade, melee. And you can just kind of keep rinsing and repeating the same damage. And, you know, it's doing some pretty good DPS on Carl here. So, I don't know. It's one of my favorite builds when Solar 3.0 came out. So, I'm really happy that it's kind of back with the new stats and the new build and whatnot. The new 200 stat is pretty sick, if you ask me. I think these are going to be insane for builds going forward. I can't wait to test out even more builds. See if any builds from the past have come back. Like, I want to do a Void build, maybe a Void/Arc build with Prismatic and the new Exotic Scout Rifle, because this Exotic Scout Rifle is pretty nutty. I'm going to do a whole video on that later on. I'm not going to focus on that right now. Right now, we're focusing on this insane build, which I have absolutely missed. After the other 3.0s came out, it kind of got outshined, but it's back. We're here. You're going to be pumping out lots of damage. You won't miss, I promise. It's so sick. And you just keep going, man. And obviously, like I said, the further you get into it and the more stacks you can build, the better it's going to end up turning out. So really focus into your grenade and your melee, and then your class ability is probably 3rd on the list for me. You just keep going. Keep on going. Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like down below. Let me know what builds have you guys found so far with Edge of Fate that you have really enjoyed and you want me to try out or do a video on. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to leave a like down below. And subscribe to see more builds coming in the future.